Morning, guys. Welcome to the final Q&A in this series. Yeah, it's been very popular, a little bit more popular than I expected. Lots and lots of questions. Anyway, we're going to do our best to answer the last lot of questions because we've got lots of other really exciting stuff to move on to. Anyway, very quickly. Julie and Brendan Toner, they want to know about transfers. They want to make sure that the right people get the money, let's say. I don't know. So how are we going to work that? Well, there's two ways to do it, in my opinion. The good companies, the big companies, they're all fine. But if you're really specific, then maybe you want to check out the local bus even. Because the local bus is now actually going to be pulling up right near the airport with the new road that's been put in place. So that's going to make it all a lot more accessible and a lot more frequent, so I'm told. But for me, there's only one way to do it, really. It's the taxis. The taxi drivers pay a hell of a lot of money for their licenses, and they need the money back somehow. So, and it's great to be able to spend an extra hour in resort here, or jump off the plane and straight into a taxi without worrying about where you're going to be dropped off, where you're going. If you want to stop on the way, have a quick drink, or stop for the toilet, most taxi drivers won't mind, so long as you make it worth their while. Anyway, so that's Julie and Brendan Toner, transfers. That's the best I can do you there. We'll move on to Jane Pettit. I hope I've got that right, Jane. She would like to know what's open and what's the weather going to be like in April in Kassiopi. Well, in Kassiopi at the beginning of April, I can assure you that there will be 2 or 3 restaurants open, 4 or 5 bars open, 3 or 4 supermarkets open at a minimum. The weather, long-term forecast suggests the first 2 weeks in April are going to be sunny. But Jane, you will need a coat and a jumper for the evening, definitely. If not, you might, I don't know how long you're coming, whether it was a week or 2, but even if it's a week, you might get one day that's a little bit ropey. So yeah, pack your coats, pack your woolies for the evenings. You may need them occasionally on the daytime. Hope that answers your question, Jane. Next, we're going to go to Kim Burbeck. Kim is staying in Maratica, and she wants to know if she gets a quad bike for hire, whether to head south or north, or both. And in my opinion, there's a couple of places that you definitely need to be visiting in the south before you even start thinking about heading north. And one of those being Halicunas Beach. Now, Halicunas Beach, if you've never been before, is amazing. So you've got to head down to Halicunas Beach on the Left Kimi Road. On the way down to Halicunas Beach on Left Kimi Road, there's another little place that you might want to stop in where I've been, and it's very, very interesting, is the Mavrudi Olive Family Factory. And that is a really exciting little place. It's historic. It teaches you how the olive production goes, etc., etc. And you can pick yourself up a really nice bottle. And I've had their garlic flavoured olive oil, and it is amazing. Anyway, if you want to head to town, you want to head north, there's so much. There is so much available. I mean, anywhere on the island. I can't pinpoint any part, because I have travelled the whole island. And I can't pinpoint any part that I like specifically. I like different areas for different things, but there's no specific place which I could actually go, right, that's it. So, you're going to have to get on that quad bike. If you've not been to Halicunas Beach, head down there. But anywhere else, just go and have a look. Get on the bike, get lost, and travel, and wander around. And you'll find the things that are more interesting, the little villages and the little beaches that no one's ever been before on. Because there's still a few of those around, I'm sure. Another thing that Kim wanted to talk about, and it kind of moves into another question that somebody else asked, was about the convenience. If you move over here, the convenience of where to live is best. South or north, I think the question was in particular. Well, you're putting me in the right position here, Kim, asking questions like this, I can assure you. In my humble opinion, again, sitting on the fence, both are good for different reasons. The south, it's a lot easier to get to town from the south. You stay in the north, it's not so easy to get to town. I mean, it's easy enough, but it's not a cakewalk. Whereas from the south, one road, pop, you're there. In the north, there's towns. A couple of towns are bigger. Got a lot more shops. So for winter, if you're moving out here, the convenience of those places, i.e. Akaravi in particular, that sort of area, you'll find everything you need there without having to travel. So, there's reasons and arguments for south and north. The rent will always be cheaper in the south. Definitely. Other than that, what can I say? Come and give it a go, Kim. That's all I can say about that one. Anyway, next question. Where are we going? Maureen. Maureen is struggling to learn Greek. Aren't we all? Slowly pick it up. She's done lessons, she's had tapes, she's had all sorts of things, and she's still struggling. Maureen, this is how I did it. It's certainly how I learned the alphabet. Unfortunately, on the weekend, I do like to have a little gamble on the football. And one of the first things how I learned to read was I used to go into the betting office, the Stickimer, and I used to get one of the sheets. And I used to read the football teams in the sheets. And I learnt the football team. And once I'd learnt the football teams, then I could read Greek. And once I could read Greek, I then used to watch a lot of television and films with the subtitles underneath, and watching the actual film itself, I could put the two together. So by doing two things that I really enjoy, whether you should or not is irrelevant, I learnt the Greek that I know, which is I'm not fluent, but I'm not too bad, I'm not too rusty. So grab something that you enjoy doing and start reading about it in Greek. And the words it'll fit together. Watch some TV, get some films, and read the Greek subtitles underneath while listening to the English from the film. And you will slowly pick it up. The other thing to do as well is, if you watch a news broadcast, not one of the shouty ones that they have every morning, if you watch an evening news broadcast, most of the commentators on there are very clear, very well pronunciated, because obviously different islands have different dialects. So if you're going to learn anything from the TV again, maybe a news program on a night. I think those are probably the best advices and tips I give. We all know that we learn things if we're interested. So whatever you're interested in, try and bring that into it. And I hope all the books and tapes and things, well, whatever. Hope it all works out for you, Maureen. Last but not least, Mark Walden. What's going to happen if the UK and Greece pull out of the EU? Mark, I haven't got the foggiest. I can only say is that those who are already here, basically the effect it'll have on expats. I'm sure there'll be more taxes. I'm sure those already with various residence permits and everything else will be left alone. But maybe it'll be harder to get your permits. I really don't know, Mark. But I'll tell you one thing. Living in Greece, living in Corfu, is kind of like a flying by the seat of your pants thing anyway. Because things change so frequently that you kind of just learn to live with it. And you kind of really, don't give a shit. So it kind of just flies over your head. So whatever happens, wherever it happens, so long as it's not happening in my front living room and my taverna and my beach, kind of like doesn't really matter, I suppose. Anyway, I know that's not really a very sensible answer, Mark, and probably not the one you're looking for. But it's the best I can give you on a Sunday morning after a late Saturday night out. Q&A, thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for the questions. It's the last in the series because we've got so many other things to get on with. We've got something absolutely fabulous. We've got Mad March prize giveaway. Kassiopi prize giveaway. Shall I tell them, Sarah? In the next month, Kassiopi Corfu TV are going to be giving away a holiday. Yes, we're going to be giving away a 3 weeks accommodation in Kassiopi. Boom. There you go. Along with lots of other prizes. And all the local businesses that have given us loads of little bits and pieces, they're going to be coming at you, flying at you left, right and centre. So don't forget to tune in the whole of March, and we shall be giving away everything. Anyway, have a great day wherever you are, and thanks for watching Q&A with us.